There are several things which are very normal, but when taken in excess, they can be dangerous to our health. They can hurt our health. I have a list here, but I'm going to start off with water. Water is very essential. It's a huge component of our bodies. And proper hydration is very crucial for the bodily functions. However, excessive consumption of this water in a short period of time can lead to something that we call hyponatremia or water intoxication. Because there's a balance that needs to be there in the body, what we call electrolytes balance. Now, these electrolytes, they are very important when it comes to bodily functions like nerve conductions. We have retaining and releasing of that water from the body. When you disrupt this, it can be very harmful and it can even be very fatal in severe cases of this overhydration. Because like we said in a previous video, we have something like potassium and we have sodium, which are very important when it comes to nerve conduction. Remember, something like your heart muscles are made possible because of the nerves. Now, those nerves, if they are affected, the way they function, this heart will stop functioning normally, and this is why I'm saying that excess of water can lead to fatal cases. The second one is vitamins and minerals. Now, you see, your body cannot function without this. They form some of the core factors and core enzymes in the enzymes that facilitate several body processes. So they are very important in your body. You cannot live without them. But we have some minerals like the iron, which you should not take in excess. And we have some vitamins like, for example, vitamin A, we have vitamin D. These are fat soluble. If I take one example like this mineral, the iron, if you take a lot of this, you might end up having something like diarrhea, which is mediated by the intake of excess of this iron. You should take only what is required. Caffeine is another very, very normal product that people usually take. This is a mild central nervous system stimulant, meaning that you take this coffee, you feel that I'm ready to work, sober now, I feel good. So it's good to take. But excess intake of this can lead to your heart beating a little bit more and something like insomnia, not getting enough sleep. We have nervousness and being restless. Salt is very important because it contains sodium, and like we saw earlier, it helps in nerve conduction and also in retention or maybe releasing. So let's say maintaining the fluid balance in the body. But consuming too much of this salt, it can lead to high blood pressure, which is what we call hypertension, which is a risk factor for heart diseases, and also it can lead to stroke. Now, excess intake of this salt, it will lead to you retaining more water in your body because, like we said, it will attract as much water into the body. So if you have excess of this salt in your body, you're going to retain much more water, and this increases the volume of blood. Now, your heart will compensate for this by trying to beat harder and faster to compensate or even to try to drive this high load around your body. So you might end up having blood pressure, and stroke might happen due to maybe a rupture of a vessel in your brains, and you know the characteristics of a stroke. Finally, the sugar, very important, like I mentioned in a previous video. You cannot live without sugar. It's very important, and they provide energy, and that's why you have mitochondria in your body, so that it will break down that the sugar that we are talking about here into energy that any of your body processes will require. Any muscle in your body will require that energy. When you consume excessive sugar, especially the added sugars, like for example in beverages or maybe processed foods, they can contribute to obesity. We have type 2 diabetes, and we have health issues that are related to the sugar. Like for example, narrowing of your blood vessels leading to other complications. But sugar is very important, but don't take excess of the sugar.